Alright. So, hey! I don't think anybody's really gonna be listening to this evening. That's okay. I'm just kind of bored and most of my friends aren't on right now, and it's sad! Because I want to do a big thing, and who wants to do big things with a pickup group? It's no fun. Especially when you're the newbie, which means I'm the one who's gonna get everybody killed in the pickup group. And you're probably like, wait, you're level 61. You're a newbie? This is the second extension. Let's see, I've done the base game, and I'm finished the core game on the second expansion, Heaven's Word. But I'm like, I'm a newbie. There are 2 expansions and 20 levels yet to go. And like, I don't really run dungeons a lot unless I have to, because they're kind of stressful when you're a tank and you're in pickup groups. But, you know, I like tanking. I like being a tank. I'm just a socially anxious tank, which is probably the worst kind of tank to be. But right now, I'm, isn't this cool? I love the aesthetic of this game. Look at this, guys. It's so cool. I'm on the bridge to Ishgard. Ishgard is a city of, essentially, elves. They're called Elises in this game, and they don't live longer than other elves, which is something modern elves seem to be living shorter and shorter times. The more we write about elves, the more they're like, they just live normal times. But there's been a battle between dragons and Ishgardians on the bridge. And one of the dragons picked up a tower and put it down across the bridge. And so that blocked us. Let's see, so he put a tower between me and Ishgard. And there's, Nidhogg is over there. Nidhogg is the dragon I need to fight. He's the one dragon who's resisting the peace, which I, of course, being a hero, have with the help of a few brave friends, brokered between the Elysians who have been at war with the dragons for 1,000 years. But Nidhogg's like, fuck that noise. And just wants to keep fighting for no particularly good reason. He's just pissed off. So we've just asked another dragon in here, Svelgar, to help us out with this, and we finally convinced him to. He really was not interested in getting involved. And he's actually under Nidhogg over there. Nidhogg tore off one of his wings. I don't think Svelgar is dead, but I can look through this. At least long enough for us to have a dramatic farewell. But he did not win. So he has, Svelgar gave me his dragon eye though, so I have dragon power, and I'm just so pretty. I just know, I'm for damn pretty. I'm a damn pretty man. Thank you. That's all I gotta say. That's half this game, is just being like, I'm a damn pretty man. Now I'm trying to decide if I wanna run this in a pug group, because Nidhogg is it looks like a complicated fight, which is fine, but I like to run complicated fights with my friends, and none of my friends are on right now because you have less tanks than I do. You feel less like I'm the stupid tank who's fucking everything up if you're with your friends. Mostly eating soup. That's all I have in my house. Do I do it? Do I do it? Do I run Nidhogg? It's tough. I get so nervous. It's ridiculous. It's just a fight. It's just a fight. Oh well. Alright, man. Alright. Alright, I'm back. Here we go. Let's do it. Wait, let's find the window first. Where's my window? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can survive Nidhogg. Have I got everything on? I'll need my tank stance on. It's on. think, oh, you know what I could do? I could go buy some Shire gear real quick. That might not hurt. Okay. The weird thing about these dramatic scenes is it's like, you can run away! So I'm gonna run away briefly. Sorry, we're gonna go to Ishgard. Buy some armor. Probably have enough for some more Shire gear. It would be worth it to have that. Maybe not. Okay, I guess I don't. Oh well. I thought I had enough for some more Shire gear. If you're like, what? Shire gear is the in-game gear for Heavensward. They're gonna have some dialogue from me about being stalwart. Yes, yes. It's like, yes, you're a very brave man to just stand here and be like, are you going to do your thing? And you're like, yes, I am. Is anybody else doing dramatic dialogue? That's interesting. They've got knights coming back from the fight at the wall here and too. Because they've been out there fighting. I'm guessing not many of them will be reacting to it because it would be weird. It would be labor intensive too. Can I not get down to the... I can get down to the river right now, okay. This is me avoiding a big fight. Is Hilda down there? Is everybody... Oh, Hilda's down here. Is she gonna have stuff to say about the fight going on? Hilda is half Elise and half human, which is very rare. For one thing, there's race... Not exactly... It's a difficult one. There's kind of... At least it's... in other areas, there's not so much the sense of racism, but in this particular area, the Elysian definitely are the ruling class. And for some reason... And also... interspecies couples don't produce viable offspring all that often. So you don't see hybrid folks that often. But she's actually a hybrid. I love how most of the characters, even if something like this is going on, they're like, oh hey, normal dialogue. Although, I mean, I do gotta hand it to them. They do update enough dialogue to usually make it feel like you're doing something impressive. Because people notice. So that's cool. I can't whip out my fat cat here. I could show you my fatter cat, but he's not... I can't... I could whip out my fat cat, wink wink, but I'm not allowed to take him out in a city. Which sounds even worse when I say it like that. I have a mount that is a giant cat, and I can take him out, and he flies. This is kind of fun. They did have to just come with the dialogue. And he skitters. And I liked he was a gift from a friend because he's a cash shop thing, and he's currently my favorite mount. I like to ride him around in areas that are very heroic and just kind of mess up the scenery because it's a cat. It's a big fuzzy cat. Some of these people seem completely unaware of what's happening outside. Tataru, do you know? Tataru is this guy, and I love Tataru. Hey, you. We've been around. She's my bud. We've been in basically a superhero group together. Thank you. I appreciate both sentiments, Tataru. You are always amazing. You are a cinnamon roll. Is anybody else concerned? No? Dragons outside? His little girl's been lost to the box for like... In game time, I tend to think of it having been like a year or so, and he said the same thing all the time. I don't know if Madeline went into battle this one. Madeline, did you go into battle? Let's see, who in here might react? I feel like the people up at last vigil. That's not gonna help me. I need to use the end city warps. So, yeah, I wish I had enough for some more gear. My gear's pretty good, but I've only got part of the outfit for end of game. My shield, look at my shield. Shield's awesome. It's from the end of the game. That's Vigil, and then we'll see if this other main character is at the shopping district, and then I'll go fight. This is my home base here. This is a guy, one of the 4 leading noble houses in the city adopted my character's award when he was a political refugee, essentially. It gave him protection. And he's still my buddy. Thank you. And I'm essentially considered a son of his household now. About being very brave, as the dragons are set to descend upon the city. The dragons have been set to descend upon the city at least 3 times, though, in this expansion, so, you know, that's nothing new. I just really like Ishgard. I really like the relationships with the characters you developed in this expansion. Well, you probably literally see dragons coming to raise the city currently, because that's what's happening. Where are my good students? Are they just... I have students. I love them. There was this subplot that kind of just made me feel like I was a new teacher at Hogwarts, essentially. It's like, oh, solve a mystery with these students. They're all wearing long robes, and they're kind of hopeless. And I was like, okay, I can do that. Meanwhile, I was wearing the dancer gear, which is like belly dancer pants and shirtless vest, and I got a lot of respect for wearing that. I don't know if they've even noticed the dragons. Have you noticed the dragon, students, or are you just still happy that you're not murdering one another? They were all suspicious. Somebody's despondent. I think they haven't noticed. You guys haven't even noticed. Yes, have you noticed the dragon? No? Okay, no you haven't. I love you guys, but you don't have the survival instincts of a rock. Which is true of most of yours. Yeah, that's why they need a warrior of light, because I'm literally the only person who can do anything. It's all I've got is my ability to actually complete tasks is what this entire country rests upon. Without me, they wouldn't even be able to deliver things, packages from one the country to the other. It would be too difficult. Oh, Madeline's not here. Usually one of the... Alright, everyone seems to be doing their thing. Not aware of dragons. Okay, nobody seems too bothered by dragons except the people right by the gate. Let's go back to the gate and dragon. I will die. It will happen. I'm so nervous. I hate it. They're just games. It's like, what's the worst that could happen? Somebody yells at me that's somebody I don't know. It's about the worst. Worst thing that can possibly happen. Nidhogg. Gonna fight you, Nidhogg. Back to the gate. I could actually. I wouldn't have to bother with coming back to the gate like this, but, I feel like it. I have 5 knights here, 6. Dependable Temple Knight, I would like to go back into battle. Yes. I could just go directly to the duty, but it's more dramatic to go into the fight. Alright. Because you just to go actually into this duty finder, you're like, I would like to do fight number whatever, please. And the game is like, very well, we shall match you up with somebody who's doing fight whatever. Let's see, it's not Containment Bay, Final Steps of Faith. I wish they gave you an average time it took to do it. Let's see, there's a back swipe and a front swipe, I've watched a video ahead of time. There's a side, divide up enemies halfway through, you stack on lightning. I can do it. It's, I may actually have to go do some other things while I'm waiting. Because it's not always... MSQ stuff takes a while sometimes to get a party. What do I want to do? I can go tell my squad to do their thing. My squad are a bunch of NPCs that I can level up, and technically they could do dungeons and trials with me, and I wish they were leveled up to the place where I could, so I could practice before doing them with pug groups, but treehouse. Some people do the right thing with chopsticks. They're doing well this evening with the 2-name system. A lot of food on this server. A lot of people call things like frozen latte, or here's my squad. They just people. They're all dressed in white and blue because those are my favorite colors. Together, I don't really. I know they're not. I would like them to train. Squadron, would you like to train? Someday you will be a level that is useful to me. And here they all are. They're all kind of dressed in. This one's dressed like a postman in short shorts. They're just all oddly dressed in blue and white. That's what they do. That one's wearing a helmet with a pig on it. Friday, these two are you sulking? Or are you meditating? Must be meditating. I wish you could actually talk to them, that'd be fun, but you can't. Who are you? What is your motivation? Then they'll trade. It's just, you go in and you're like, trade, and they're like, great, and then they get experience. It takes an hour to... Ooh, I can go see if my retainers have brought me stuff. Kev Bun. Not quite sure what they're going for there. Treehouse is alright, though. Vegan, I think, is what that one's going for. Lahi. I haven't gotten to the zone where there's music that apparently is really catchy that includes a lyric that sounds like Lahi. Let's see if any of my people have brought me cool stuff. Just paranoid. That's pretty good. Oogly moogly. Did you bring me cool stuff, or did you bring me a fish? These are my retainers. They sell stuff on markets for me. They can do some little quests for me and bring me stuff sometimes. They're a little extra inventory space. Ooh. Am I ready? I'm as ready as I'm gonna get. Eyes commenced. Woohoo! Then you have to wait for everybody else, and then somebody ducks out at the last moment sometimes. Let's trigger a party. You can tell Nidhogg is a bad dragon. wipe. That's cool. I also totally forgot to talk. Sorry. I was engaged. There were several things in there that you had to stack on, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta stack. I didn't do particularly well in that fight, but I didn't kill us! Victor's Navy's version of victory. Alright, so that went much better than I expected. I did accidentally unlock, this happens sometimes, like, this is in the middle of a fight, I'll accidentally unlock my taskbar and, like, move one of my skills. And then I'm like, shoot, because instead of clicking at it, if you've got it unlocked, if you click, sometimes you accidentally click and drag it, and then if you do it wrong, your skill will pop off your taskbar, and you'll be like, oh no! Which is why you always go into a fight with your taskbar locked, if you're me. But I popped it in the middle of that fight. But we made it! Cool, cool, cool. I even was aware enough to heal myself a few times, which is better than I could do. Alright, let's see what happens. Drama. This is a big win. This is the big win. Like, we've been fighting Nidhogg for this entire expansion, and this is into the, Between Things expansion. Oh, my guy's so pretty. That's a Stinian. Nidhogg used his body to revenge himself. This is my friend Alphanol. He is essentially my adopted... He's adopted me as his father figure, essentially, or at least his role model, and I'm not sure that's a good choice, but, you know, hey, he made it. He's a very talented 15-year-old archivist. Let's see if Justinian is himself again. He was possessed by the eyes of Nidhogg. Dragon's eyes contain their power. We really want him back. Speaking in English, which tells me it's probably not Nidhogg speaking, it's probably a Stinian speaking. Not English speaking, Japanese. Dragons speak a very consonant-heavy language. Oh! He's actually speaking as Nidhogg. Oops. Stinian's my buddy. The Japanese is much more direct. So he's basically like, stop! In Japanese. Ooh, Stinian! Basically, instead of sour and thou will obey, I think he just said shit. We're not gonna do that. Just gonna try to pull the eyes. It worked! We pulled the eyes off of him? Hmm. These are conduits for like thousands of years of ether. What's your sale? She died. Trying to end the war. And Hushvat, aw. He also died trying to end the war. Finally dies. Nidhogg has... Now he's speaking the dragon language, you can hear it. It's got consonants. In the end, he was essentially a primal, just a spirit summoned and fighting on. Oh, my babies! Just be holding an eye. Yeah, they're not there anymore. I don't think they have any power anymore. Somebody might find them though. I like the Final Fantasy games because they're usually hopeful. There's this sense that the people you loved continue to be somewhere and can still help you. That everything that was continues to be somewhere. I like the sense of the spirit world and a sense of not giving up and friends being able to save friends. And this is Sir Americ, who's currently leading Ishgard. His second in command. I think she's in love with him. He's in love with me. He's made it quite clear. I mean, you could say it was sub-6, but man. Harshavon was in love with me too. Sail wasn't, even though she was very... I really liked her. Oh, he's still able to fly. He had one of his wings torn off. I'm not gonna give him his eye back? I hope I gave him his eye back. You think he'd want it? He didn't take his eye back. Dude, you want your eye? It's good for Alphinaud, though. Alphinaud has fucked up several times, and at least been less than helpful. And this time, he really wanted to not be responsible or involved in the death of another friend, so that was good for him. He was able to hang in there and save him. I'm everybody's savior. I do everything. This is essentially my adopted city-state at this point in the game. Alphinaud is one of the few people who doesn't really take it for granted that I'll just live through stuff. Although he has in the past. I mean, I am the protagonist, and I do have a remarkable ability to live through everything, but you never know. Whee! Ah. I'm so happy I got through that fight. I don't think I got any. Oh, I got 2 player accommodations. Nice. As a tank, if you get out of a big fight without any player accommodations, you always feel like you're really fucked up. Because you're like, Jesus, what did I do? I'm one of the people that's easy to give commendations to, and nobody gave me one. But at least I got 2 out of that. I didn't suck so bad. See, I haven't done many dungeons, you can tell. I only have 56. I don't think I got any treasure off of that fight either. Nope. I'm so pretty. That's all I gotta say. I'm so pretty, guys. Just so pretty. Woo! Should stop in a moment here. I actually had the help of at least... Is that an 8-person fight? I think it's an 8-person fight. I had the help of 7 other people, but okay. I did it myself. Yes. You can see those red icons are job quests I haven't finished. And there are a bunch of jobs. Like, each class, what would be a class normally is a job here, and in this game, and you can play all the jobs, and I really love that system, but it does mean that I have a lot of leveling in my future. I've been leveling Conjurer, Samurai, and Red Mage so far. Yay! Thank you, Dutter. You are my cheerleader. Very happy that that war with the dragons is finally over. It's nice. They've been at war for 1,000 years, and it was really pretty. I mean, the original anger was like most wars, and that's the point the game makes, is that the original anger seemed fair, but after that, it was just dragging it out with people coming up with lies and propaganda on both sides. I know she will, because she has that thing over her head. It says she will. Nope, and you've got a whole new society to really rearrange just with the war over. Oh yeah, of course they are. I like them. It's my adopted family. Give the man some time. I love this game. I don't know why. Just a really good match in mood and aesthetics to things I like. Here we go, cutscene. That's Lord Headbutt. Seven. Eldest. This is his brother, younger brother, who's kind of a doofus, but he's recently started to, yeah, to step up to the plate. This is Page Boy. He's always watching out for him and also giving him shit. I would actually assume we had permanent rooms here, but maybe not. Keeps trying to. It's like, oh, let me see a Stinian. It's like, I'm worried about him. passionate bastard. I like, he is. They really make you a cinnamon roll, and I love it. It just plays to character tropes I already like. Everybody's like, yours family. That's cute. I think that's always the case with victories. There's always a loss. How you take nice screenshots. No! Don't look at me, man. Look the other way. Turn back. Sometimes I do wish you could, like, walk around and things in G-pose, because sometimes you're in G-pose and you're like, I could do better. I could do better. I could do better. Hello! I'm just messing around with Final Fantasy 14 this evening. Nothing useful or directed. This is not what I usually do in streams, but none of my friends were online to play with me in Final Fantasy, so streaming, so I have company. Right now, I just defeated Nidhogg, who's an evil dragon, and we've been trying to defeat him forever, and I'm very happy. And everybody in the town of Ishgard, city of Ishgard, is like, you're a hero, and I'm like, oh god, don't I know it. Oh, Gilgamesh. I'm on Greg. Congested Greg. Where occasionally you realize that character creation has opened up because you see all the gold bots run by with their gibberish names, and you're like, yep, people must be on again, let onto the server again. Right, I was going to go check on Estinian. I think it's on Aether. It's either on Aether, it's one of the North America ones, and I'm on the one that nobody else, like, everyone I know is on Primal, except for my friends who are on Aether, and the Aether friends got me first, so I am cut off from the world in some ways. Alright, am I going to Foundation? I wonder if they ever do anything with the Light Feather Proving Grounds. I have an alt over, a clone alt over on, a clone over on Primal, but I never use him. This game though, I'm sure if you're playing or you know the feeling. Like alts in most games, it makes sense to have alts because you get to try a different career, job, role. But in this game, you're like, I put so much time into getting this guy leveled up. All of my nonsense. This is where they're like, oh, nobody has ever done anything yet with the proving grounds. It's a chocobo fighting ground, and I'm like, nothing. Oh, well, you probably wouldn't want to play with me this evening. I'm not really going to be running any duties. I'm going to probably do Beast Tribe stuff. But I would happy to be, if you get on, we can send in friend invitations. That works for me. I'm a really bad person for running duties with, because usually I'm like, I'm just screwing around doing stuff. And my friends are like, don't you want experience points? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing things. I always forget how the friend requests are. If you can, I don't remember how friend requests work across servers. Player search conditions. Oh, well, no, that won't do it yet. I get why the player search is the way it is, where you have to search and find players only when they're not online. Well, good luck. Gilgamesh is interesting, trying to get in. Unless you already have someone here. Oh, look, I get clothies. No, I don't get clothes. I gotta wind up. Aimer. The wind-up characters terrify me slightly. It's like, why? I don't want a little guy following me around. Oh, I get a coat. Oh, I get Edmund's coat? Yeah, if you can't get into Gilgamesh ever... So, I think sometimes they have characters open. Sometimes they have things open and sometimes they don't. It will reopen at some point, and the best time to try to get on to Greg is like some ridiculous time when other people aren't on. You're like, yes, everybody's playing at 4 a.m. in the morning, and then there's a chance that you can get in. That is a nice coat, although I look like my adopted daddy in it, which is weird. I don't want to wear my dad's coat, but whatever. Especially no pants. That's a good look. The no pants look is a good look for everybody. Let's just play it with the rest of my gear and see how it looks with pants. With pants, it looks like I value my legs, but not the rest of my body. Oh, that's true, they might. Please, I wish the pants. No, I wish the coat. Man, I have everything now. I can go in looking very Fortomp. How's Fortomp? No pants fashion is definitely a fashion in Final Fantasy 14. I always go into battle wearing very little pants. None pants. Oh, now they're like, you were wondering what their backstory was. Here you go. Oh no, everybody's trying to bring up Alphinaud. Bringing up Alphinaud, that's the name of this game. Oops, things happened. People do this all the time to heroes. They're like, something happened and then I was trying to have a conversation. Uh-oh. Context would be good. Person's like, just come. You're like, what happened? Did he turn into a dragon again? Is he dying? Information. Everybody's assuming Estinian's dead. Don't. Well, okay. Nobody told anybody anything. Oh, you may not see me for a while. I'm entering cutscene land. I salute all of you who remain outside in non-cutscene land. Because usually when it's like, we're giving you time for cutscenes, it's like, shit man, you're in here for 2 hours. You're stuck. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna live dangerously. I feel like this is the actual end of Heaven's Word. Oh no! No! Two badasses entering a room. It's the only time we've seen Estinian's face. Yeah, the first time I saw that, they're prepared for several cutscenes. I was like, cool, that'll take a half hour. And I was like, and I have work tomorrow. Help. No, I think there's some more bridge content before Storm, not Stormbeer, Shadow, whatever. The next one. What is the next one? It's SB as well. But, oh wait. No, he's creepy looking there. But defeating Nidhogg is, like, a big deal for that game. In terms of having more splat. Why did we think he was dead? Why did you think he was dead, Alphinaw? Oh, okay. Yes, Stormblood. I hate that they made it Shadowbringers and Stormblood, so it's like, which SB is it? I thought he crossed his arms and put them on Emeric's head. Not Emeric's. Alphina's. He looks like he needs some rest. Wakata. Wow, you got a nail gush? That's impressive. It's always, every time it's like, it's hit or miss. Well, he was trying to kill things. I've seen a lot of gold bots just in the past few days, so I kind of assumed Greg had opened up character creation for a while, and that confirms it. I think you get used to being insulted. Elise and necks are so long. I will definitely respond earlier than within a week. I promise. Someday I'll understand Japanese. I've been working on it for a long time, but only on and off. Oh, come on. I don't know, Nidhogg had choice times when he could have decided not to do that. Hang up his hat. I think they kind of still need one though. I was thinking the guy's like, he's okay, it's really... We're like, cool, we can stay out of his bedroom for a while, and then we like tie Alphanot or something so he doesn't keep coming in and picking on him. So Alphanot and his 3 adopted dads. But it's like, I have so many fathers. He has to figure out who's gonna rule Ishgard. Glad to see them when I tell Aymeric that I'm sorry, but I'm got somebody else I'm into instead of him, that he and Estinian can just, you know, they can be happy together. This removes some of Ulda's reasons for restricting. Ooh, boy, that's a switch. Wow, that's science, I think. Oops, he got himself elected. That's what happens when you do a good job. Well, it's not really, not in most politics, but in fantasy politics, in a very friendly world, it is. Dragon party. It's a very spiky dragon. Ha, I like the design for that one dragon. Oh yeah, I love this story in this game. I'm told Shadowbringers is amazing, so I'm looking forward to that. Stormblood, nobody's... Oh, she's cute. She's coming to see her dragon. Whoops. He's just showing off now. I love the fact that all the dragons are unique. They have some really unique designs for each one. I didn't even notice I was in, like, my guy was in that scene for a while. I was like, oh, there I am. Midgard Summer is like, I like being tiny. I will never be not tiny again. I carry around so many tiny versions of Midgard Summer. Or just follow me around all the time. Oh, did he finish his book? Dude, don't finish your book. You've got to narrate me doing other stuff later. I want tea to put in my house. I don't think I can get a teacup. That's a bed. That's a very Final Fantasy 6 or 9 kind of shot somehow with the open window. I lived through the movies. That was not as bad as I expected. Like, no, I actually really like scenes. He's looking fancy there. So I wasn't... Ah, fairy. I got you. Oh, you're a gunbreaker. I have not figured out the new classes yet. Look, why don't you guys know my name? Everybody gotta know my name. Hey, Emmerich. Where's my boyfriend? Where's Sid? That's one way to put Emmerich down, not gently. Emmerich. You are a lovely man, but we're not going to date, I'm sorry. I guess I took off for a while. I don't know what he expected. He's gonna get that. Yeah, I don't think my guy's seen his actual real family in a long time. Yep, he just took off through his window. Of course he would. Emmerich, you promised we would have a drink at some point. Like... Oh, hello. By the way, do I know you from elsewhere, or is it just from here? I can never remember. Let's see, what can I... That one ends up with me. Smack you in the chest. Sorry about that. Is this the one that's... This one's so weirdly hippie for a guy. It's like, yes, this is not a way... Oh, no, do I just look... Like, some folks on here who have been in my Twitch stream, I know them from other social media things, and they don't tell me until later, and I'm like, oh, it's you! So I wondered if you were someone I knew that way. And I've just forgotten. I need more dances! Except they cost money. This one is... What of those dances have I got? I've just got the Eastern dance. I did buy the Eastern dance. Oh, yes, yes! That I know. I was just like... I wondered because you were like, oh, I really love Final Fantasy XIV, and like half of my friends in other social media areas were like, this is a great game and I love it, and I'm like, me too. So I wondered if you were one of them. But you are not. Hello, new human. I have so many salutes. I can salute you in many ways. I have cats and I love Final Fantasy XIV, and that is me. Oh, now what? This is always the weird part in these games where there's not much to... Like, you're like, I can jump at people. I can dance at people. I can pose at people. That's what I can do. Now, so, are you usually a gunbreaker? Or is that... Is that your chosen role? I'm so glad to have Victory in. The Victory and Battle Stance are the best, and I love them. They're so nerdy with just your outclass. Yeah. I have such a hard time in this one convincing myself to do other classes. I mean, like, to do alts for people because I have so much level into it. I love these poses. Oh, you main Blank Mage? They, Blue Mage does- I wish Blue Mage got, like, worked in dungeons because those poses are just ridiculous you can use with them. Now, I always main Paladin so far, just because I got started and that's the kind of character I like, the whole, like, I am defending people because it is right and good and stuff, and I will probably get myself in trouble and hurt is my shtick. It's my shtick. And then people are like, oh, you're an off tank. And I'm like, I'm an off tank. But I want to be the main tank. And I was sad. Woo! Dancer is so cool. I want to get the artifact gear because it's blue for guys. I'm a little sad that their battle and victory poses aren't as, like, jaunty as some of them. Main tanking is so good. You just, like, hit things. And you're like, yeah, I'm getting player commendations. Because I'm just hitting things. Dancer, I've only tried, like, the little bit. And, it seems like you don't have that much control over your rotation. Which is interesting, but also, like, this is weird. Like, so I wish in Victory you did, like, I guess Dancer's always already fushy, so doing the Victory and battle poses, you can't get any more fushy than they already were. But, also it's not very intuitive. Like, they were like, I'm sure you did the Dancer job, and they're like, yeah, alright, hit these buttons and go from, what? First finished second to one, and you're like, what? No, I don't know what buttons you're telling me to hit, game. Please help me. And then I died about 6 million times in the random number in the job fight. But I made it! Yay! Finally! And then I got to wear my genie outfit around in Quest. That's the important part. What kind of stuff are these count as? Are they? Is Dancer considered it's considered physical range DPS? Interesting. That makes sense. But I'll be interested to see what kind of an outfit I can get for that. Oh yeah, but that. So I was like, I'm going to be pretty. Oh, watch me dance. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I do love how sparkly it is, though. It's like, that's a lot of sparkles happening. So many sparkles! Whee! I didn't realize there were so many things that don't require a target either. Most things you can't do anything. Oh, wait. Well, it's almost... It's late where I am, and I stayed up longer watching movies than I should. So I shall have to call it a night, if that is alright. And go log out. This is very pretty. I like all the little, like, you can make like birdies and things. It's like, I'm the warrior of light. I'm gonna fight making birdies. Go me. Birdie fighting. Yeah, same here. I should wrap it up and pretend to be an adult and go to bed. Good evening! Good to meet you in, what counts as person in the internet. Like, this is as in-person as it gets around here. I'm gonna go log off of my free company because I'm a nerd. Fairly well. Go log off in my room. Honestly, I've met so many people online. It's such a funny thing. People are like, is everybody an axe murderer on there? And it's like, no. The number of axe murderers in society is actually quite low. So the chances that they'll all be online at the same time talking to you is quite low also. Oh, I'm still in my dancer gear. I'm like, what am I wearing? That's not right. I'm a nerd, so I usually log off in an inn or in my room because I'm like, it's in character. Yeah, it is. It's usually pretty chill. Usually like, yeah, you're not that much different than online when you meet people. People are always a little more complicated in real life, but yeah, it's my room, which is weird. It has my office and my kitchen area, which for some reason friends gave me vegetables and cake, so there you go. And this is the part for all of his nieces and nephews once removed. They come to visit and they get all the goofy kid stuff that's over there. And this is his part. He has a fish and books and a lamp, and he came from Limsa Lamensa, so he's got his stuff there and all of his post-it notes. And I always have him stretch and pray before I have him doze out, because I figure he probably prays to several of the deities, particularly alone at this point. This is what happens when you're a role player and you don't ever quite give it up. Oh, it's such a comfortable way to sleep though, doesn't it? With battle music in the background and your full plate armor still on. You'll probably wake up with like flesh wounds from lying on your sword. But who am I to judge? I'm not the warrior light. Good night. Good to meet actually somebody. That's cool. I'm off. Oh, wait, I should stop streaming beforehand because otherwise you just get a black screen and that's really awkward.